Waqaf is a way for Muslims to give away wealth to others as charity. It is considered a redistribution mechanism and a kind of charity in Islamic law that has been part of Malaysian Muslim life for centuries. Waqaf has tied itself with every aspect of Muslim society, including their social aspect, economy, and religious life. Waqaf is also referred as the most significant institution that laid the groundwork for Islamic civilization. The nature of Waqaf is intrinsically linked to development, and there are evidence in the past and present where Waqaf has helped with the reduction of poverty as one of its main goals. The word Waqaf is derived from the Arabic root word waqafa, which means to endure, to stop, or prevent. Interestingly, all four major Islamic scholars have given their own different opinion and meaning of Waqaf. Firstly, Imam Hanafi said, Waqaf is a holding of a property of the benefactor and devoting its benefit for charity purposes. Next, according to Maliki, Waqaf is a bestowal from the Waqif in the form of rental or money in a certain site and period of time as the will of Waqif. Next, according to Shafi'i, Waqaf is holding the asset that could be used with fixed object and could resist Waqif and the other legal action which allowed it to aim favor and grow closer to Allah. And last but not least, according to Hanbali, Waqaf is the confinement of the property and the pledge of its usufruct in the perpetuity of the cause of Allah. There are also several contemporary Muslim scholars that give their opinion on Waqaf, like Prof. Abdul Manan. Prof. Abdul Manan said, Waqaf is defined as an ownership of a property that was converted from private ownership to social ownership category by allocating a property together with its own income to a beneficial service. And Munzir Kahf also state that Waqaf is holding certain property and preserving it for the confined benefit of certain philanthropy and prohibiting any use or disposition of it outside that specific objective. Waqaf also is an action of kindness that has been mentioned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran multiple times. One of the most popular evidence based on Quran is from Surah Ali Imran, where it said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم لن تنالوا البر حتى تنفقوا مما تحبون وما تنفقوا من شيء فإن الله به عليم. صدق الله العظيم. Never shall you attain the highest state of virtue unless you spend in the cause of Allah out of that which you love, and whatever you spend, Allah indeed knows it well. Surah Ali Imran, verse 92. There are also evidence from hadith reported by Abu Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu, where Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when a man dies, his deeds come to an end, except for three things: sadaqah jariyah, a knowledge which is beneficial, or a virtuous descendant who prays for him for the disease. Waqaf in Islam is divided into few types. The first one is Waqaf Zuri, also known as family Waqaf. It is a type of Waqaf where the property of Waqaf is endowed with the intention to be used by the family members of the donator or Waqif that are chosen. The chosen beneficiaries of the Waqaf by the Waqif specifically came from their family members like children, siblings, or relatives. The second type of Waqaf is Waqaf Khairi or public Waqaf. Public Waqaf then is divided into general and specific public Waqaf. General Waqaf is a type of Waqaf where the asset endowed by the Waqif are used for public benefits based on Islamic law, where everyone can benefit from the asset. For example, endowing an asset for public facilities or helping the economics of Muslims for the benefit of everyone. Next, specific Waqaf, where specific Waqaf is when the assets are for the benefit of Muslims, but it comes with specific intentions based on Sharia, like for building a mosque or school where it is open to the public, but only for certain activities and purposes according to the Sharia. Lastly, Waqaf Mushtarak. Waqaf Mushtarak is a type of Waqaf that use a combination between family Waqaf and public Waqaf. Some popular example of Waqaf Mushtarak is Waqaf shares. In Islam, every action has its own pillars, just like how we have 5 pillars of Islam and 13 pillars of prayer. This act of worship is considered void in the absence of these pillars. Waqaf is comprised of 4 pillars or principles. The first one is Waqif, or donor or founder. To endow or doing Waqaf, the Waqif must be in sound mind, at legal age, capable of managing his own property, not bankrupt, voluntarily doing the endowment, and also can endow by their own will, subject to will's law. The second pillar is Mawquf, or property. The endowment property must be beneficial to others and also not used for the haram or illegal activities. It also must be entirely owned by the Waqaf donator and not anyone else. The property also must be transferable and continuously be beneficial to the people. Next, Mawquf alayh, or beneficiaries. The recipient or beneficiary of the Waqaf must be a Muslim, or at least must be anyone who is not opposed to Islam, or we call kafir harbi. And last but not least, sirah, or contract. The Waqaf contract must be sound and clear to the point where it cannot be doubted of its credibility. For the Waqaf to be considered valid, all of these principles must be followed and stated clearly.
Our country health Waqaf system is becoming more and more challenging during the COVID pandemic. I am very sad when I heard those hospitals are now critical. The critical here is not because they lack staff, but because of lack of equipment that is important of this medical institute, and to save the life of patients. Lack of bed, lack of breathing apparatus. When this pandemic shook and opened the eyes of the community to the importance, goodness, meaning of Waqaf itself. If before, you may have wondered what Waqaf is. There is property, but how to Waqaf property, Waqaf goods, and so on. But now it is known because information about Waqaf has been spread. The establishment of health Waqaf is more the purpose of welfare by offering minimal treatment costs. An example can be seen during this pandemic. Many organizations by certain organizations to collect funds from the public or any party to help provide certain equipment for some medical institutions in need and cover their daily cost treatment. Waqaf Anu is a limited company with guarantee without share. Until 2012, as many as 18 Waqaf Clinic Johor, Kota Haya, Pasir Gudang Mosque, Batu Pahat Mosque, Muar Mosque, Luang Mosque and Lakin Central. At Selangor, there are 7, namely Sungai Buloh Mosque, Ijok Mosque, Bukit Indah Ampang Mosque, Jamik Mosque Pekan Kajang, Al-Falah Mosque USJ 9, Al-Syakirin Mosque Jalan Gombak and Jamik Al-Imaniyah Mosque in Batu Cave. Among the service provided by Anu Waqaf are dialysis treatment and medicine for patients whose income is less than 1,000 per month. General treatment is also provided for those who need concession such as fever, cold and common health problem with a fee of RM5 only, regardless of religion, Muslim or non-Muslim and race. The effort to establish Waqaf Anu and dialysis center are very beneficial to help the less able to get some healthcare as the general public. There are 3 challenges in Waqaf healthcare. One of them is Waqaf knowledge in public. Level of public understanding of Waqaf is still poor. Waqaf is exclusively used for traditional implementation which slowly enter building mosques, schools or cemetery. Must be broadened in order to maximize the benefit of Waqaf holding and assist more people in need. Besides that, human resource, poor fund manager performance, a lack of knowledge of Waqaf law and healthcare management expertise, and a shortage of physically and mentally strong medical experts are significant challenges with human resource that relate to health Waqaf. That's why we must need another mutawali trusted to manage Waqaf asset. Last but not least, finance issue. Funds are the most important foundation in the development of health Waqaf, and if insufficient in providing hospital goods to patients, the problem cannot be overcome in a good way in this COVID-19 season. Such elderly who have chronic disease needs to get better aids. This is because the development of health Waqaf involves very large costs and the required funds are also large. In summary, healthcare Waqaf is critical today. As we know, in January 2023, COVID-19 arose again in addition to making a significant contribution to Waqaf ally. Waqaf is no longer limited to provide a funeral compound, constructing a mosque or school, and has now contributed to a positive global peace agenda. We hope that in the future, there will be many more Waqaf hospital or clinic in Malaysia or otherwise that are experiencing financial difficulty or a lack of hospital building and specialist staff. As a result, going through all of challenge and issue cannot be done by the select party alone, but must be done by the public, corporate and government agency, all of whom shall be involved and play their respective role. Thank you.